Welcome back to the Nose Plays Endless Legend, and welcome back to our most likely lost cause. It's been a while. I had to take some time off for vacation, and I'm currently pretty busy with life right now. But I am going to find some time to play some Endless Legend tonight, and we're going to pick up with the very end, the conclusion, most likely, of our game with the Wild Walkers. I think the next game that we play, I am going to drop the difficulty another notch and see how that feels. Because I just feel like we got outpaced, and rather suddenly. I felt like we were on pace with the rest of the players, and then probably within just the last 20 turns, everybody just exploded. If we zoom out here, we can see that purple has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 territories already. Blue's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And red's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And they actually have quite a few boroughs as well. We're on pace with pink and orange, but that's not really saying much. With our 3 territories, and technically we had 4, but we lost, I believe this one. Yeah, Urlub was our capital, and we lost that to purple, who took it from us. So that was mostly because of mistakes on my part, but also because I feel like the AI is playing really well, and the advantages that they get in resources are amplified because of that. I wanted to go over a few things. We did manage to save most of this army. I made some really dumb choices out of frustration at the end of last game, and probably could have saved some other ones if I had retreated the unit that got attacked over here. So I'm well aware that my play has been really sloppy this game. This army is still healthy enough to probably take down this one guy, assuming that we don't pull anybody else into this fight when we do this. So we'll probably be attacking him. And then we had a couple of things go our way at the very end of the game. We managed to finish a quest that gave us exotic alloys, which is pretty amazing. This would be a big bonus to our attack stats and maybe make us a fighting force. So we're going to try to make an army and equip them with a bunch of titanium or glass steel based items. Right now we're not even producing any of these. This is all stuff that we've collected through quests apparently. But I do believe we have them queued up to be built soon. And we do have deposits of both. And then a second deposit of titanium here. Quest-wise, we've got a number of quests going on. We need to talk to the Haunts. The Haunts were... I don't remember where that village is. Not that one. Anyways, there was a village we needed to talk to pacify the Haunts. I don't remember where that village is, but we'll find it eventually. That is not a high priority. Assimilate the Dogeshi is not something we're going to be able to do. This is something we might be able to do. Put our hero in Awanis for 5 turns and equip Igor, the little thing that we did, to get 20 Moonleaf. That would also give us the ability to unlock the 3rd tier of this quest, which I believe has a pretty good reward if I'm not mistaken. Our hero is actually pretty injured and pretty worthless as a fighter at the moment, so that's probably not the worst idea ever. What I don't know is the cost for equipping this, and it's just dust. Okay. Reduces our food growth for 5 turns. We're going to go ahead and do this. And then... that's kind of cool. It actually shows the sheep here. That's pretty neat. Alright, so we'll apply that for the next few turns and try to build our army up large enough to do something significant. this should go our way without having to fight it. And he just retreated, so we'll attack him next turn before he gets a chance to move. And kill that unit, hopefully. Alright, everything else is being produced are pretty much things that we need produced. Titanium extractor and a wine extractor are both really important for us right now. The Apprentice Guild is also pretty powerful, though we may need to pull this army, or this region off of that. In fact, I may even buy this out. I'm considering buying this out. I think we're gonna pass on buying it out. But I am gonna unequip that. We need to start collecting titanium as quickly as possible so that we have more. The tier 3 titanium are extremely valuable. And we're gonna go ahead and move this up in the queue quite a bit. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and move it in front of that even. I believe that we can move this off because that's what allowed us to finish the quest. And we can put it on production for the most part. I might actually put just a little bit on dust so we get a little bit of dust income, because we're going to need to be buying out military units or retrofits on military units. And let's go ahead and get this ready to go as we end the turn. Battle's been started. We'll auto this battle again. And we didn't lose anybody, so that worked out well for us. Population's growing, constructions are being completed, and an empire plan has become available. So this might be where we want to go. We're definitely going to be in a war. This is definitely important. What else can we afford? We're just a couple of influence off of that. We could go with this. This empire plan's probably good. We're not running a lot of people on dust right now, but I just want to verify that that is the case, because I just have this one city. Nope, I am running a lot of dust. That's going to severely cripple our dust output if we do go ahead and switch this up. I'm hesitant to do that now. So it's a good thing we checked. The vision's actually kind of important for this part of the game. Probably more important than the science for the next 20 turns. I'm going to go ahead and go with this. I kind of wish we had had enough, but we're going to need influence later anyways. I should have checked that before we ended the turn, because we could have left a couple more people on influence to get that other tier, and it would have been helpful. So what we really need to do is get these guys healed. There is a military unit here, and we're pretty sure that it's one of their military units. I'm not sure if I want to... I think what I'm going to do is move this army into the city. This is going to give our hero a little bit more XP. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And in 3 turns, we'll have the entire army ready to go. And whatever reward. The other thing that we need to do is consider... I guess we don't need to pop any boosters right away. Somebody did mention with popping a booster that's already running, it doesn't actually add another 10 turns to the booster stack. It simply resets the clock to 10. So you don't want to be popping boosters before they're due, unless you have to for some reason, because you won't be able to afford them in the future. Then it would still make sense to maybe pop a booster and get an extra 5 to 7 turns, you know. But generally speaking, it's not a good idea. Alright. Let's go ahead and end another turn here, and let's see what happens. If we get attacked by a large army before we're able to get our army built... Yeah, they're coming in now. And our city's under siege. Alright, so tier 3 bows are going to cost 11 apiece. Whew. I cannot afford to retrofit. I will be able to retrofit next turn, but not this turn. And if I buy this out, I won't be able to retrofit at all. Alright, this city's under siege. There's not much we can do about it. And we need to heal as much as possible, so... I guess we're just going to go ahead and end the turn. Alright, that's dismissed. I still can't seem to retrofit this for some reason. Because we are negative dust now. That city's gone. Quest failed. Construction doesn't matter. So that city's now gone. This city's under siege. There's not much we can do. We need a couple more turns. Not going to let me retrofit again for some reason, because the cost went up, because we have an extra one. I can retrofit these 3, and we should be able to retrofit him. Unfortunately, we are out of resources for that, so we're going to go like this and retrofit him, and then I'd like to retrofit this guy as well. That costs 11. We have exactly 11. Let's see if we can do that. Probably not. 159 dust. We're not going to make enough dust. Yeah, I can't do anything. Oh wait, maybe this will help. That might do it. Alright, let's see if I can... just start working on the central markets, I guess. Get off my screen! Alright. Legendary deed no longer attainable. Quest updated. An army composed of 3 Ursur units. New armies that the Ursur's leader is back in the village. Have your hero reunite him with Igor. Show location. I need to march my hero down there to get an army of 3 Ursurs. We're going to unassign the hero for now. And I cannot retrofit these guys, unfortunately. Might be... It might be worth our while to make a couple units that can be frontline units. How much dust do I have left? $10. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do anything. That's a negative. We're going to create a new army. And we're going to assign our hero to lead it. And we're going to see if we can't win a fight. If we lose this fight, this will be the end of the game. There's no need to continue this any further. This is as good of odds as we're going to get. We want to make sure that these guys are in the back lines and that these guys kind of take the front line. But let's go ahead and get it. Oh, that's kind of annoying. Okay, so they have a lot of cavalry. That's unfortunate. We can't really start in any position where our cavalry is going to be of any use to us, but alright, I want to ID these units first and foremost. We want to make them our front line. Followed by our hero. And then these units on the back. Now, we get advantages for fighting in the forest. So maybe we move back. We will be able to shoot. Move him into the city. I'm debating whether it's worth starting right up on top of them. We'll get a bunch of forest tiles if we do, but I don't think the forest tile bonus is worthy of starting that close. Who is this guy? Okay, he's all the way at the back. And then this guy is in the middle. This actually might work to our advantage, so we're going to go ahead and start with that. And we want to kill this guy and this guy first, because they're the ones that start ahead of us. Unfortunately... Alright, I want my militia definitely... Oh, did I start on one of my flags? What a dumb move that was. Alright, get off of that. Yeah, this is probably good. Just everybody target the cavalry first and see what happens. Oh my god, what a joke. That looked pretty impressive. So those tier 3 titanium weapons definitely made a big impact. Okay, not terrible. That's more like it. I really wish we could have put shields on those guys. They might have performed a little better as frontline units with shields and crossbows, but there was nothing for it. And our militia certainly aren't helping. Okay, militia, I want you to attack them. Alright, let's see if this works. That unit's dead. That's unfortunate. That's gonna hurt a lot. But at least we returned some good damage back. Alright, I don't want to get too hopeful here, but I think we're going to win this fight. With minimal losses to boot. The problem is they have like 4 or 5 of these armies running around. Nice! Okay, if our Rumbler survives, that would be awesome. I don't know that that's going to happen, but... Did lose a militia. Militia aren't... They're basically cannon fodder units, so... Everybody over there. And I want you to basically just run away. Alright. What? Oh. We actually killed it in 2 shots. Alright. So this is basically what I was saying. I thought we definitely had a chance to win some fights if we could just upgrade our units and get a full stack of military units going, which we were able to do. We just did it a little later than I wanted to. And all we lost was 1 militia unit, apparently. I thought we lost something else, but... we must have... This unit died. I'm not sure why we got one of our units that died back. Or maybe I'm just mistaken and I thought it died, but it didn't? Let's look at that real quick. Okay. We're going to get another army here if we're lucky. Research is complete. What would be a useful research for us moving forward? Need several. Dust is kind of an issue. We don't really have enough cities to make right-of-way valuable. But it also gives us watchtowers, which we're going to need some... Well, we don't need watchtowers as much as other races because of our vision. I think we were talking about grabbing native district at one point, because we had some extra health for that. And health is actually a really important stat when you have frontline units like we now do. And I believe we already started the research on this, so let's go ahead and try and finish that up. Ooh, 19 turns. Yeah, our science is really terrible right now. Okay. I have a couple of options. I can march over here in 2 turns. Now, who is holding us back? This unit has 6 movement, 6 movement, 7 movement, 6 movement, 6 movement, 6 movement, and 6 movement. So we can try and take our city back, but it's going to take us 2 turns. It's also going to take us several turns to get down here and support this city. But we need to go down there anyways to get our army. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to head down this way first. And I'm actually going to... Okay. Let's go ahead and do that. And let's queue up one of these guys. And get a military unit over here. Now, we need to take some of these off it. I guess something like that would work. How many turns is that taking off? 3? I don't need a lot of these. Really? Okay, so just 1 worker to take off a turn. And then we can use that military unit over there. I have a new plan. Central markets for a bunch of titanium. Counter proposal. I like this agreement a lot. Can we get you to declare war on purple? Not a chance. A commercial agreement makes more sense if we do end up building roads. I'm going to go ahead and add vision and map exchange. I could also get topography. Let's get topography as well. And that will give us a science building to help our science output a little bit. It's not going to give us a ton, but it'll be better than nothing right now, which is basically where we're at. Alright. I have a new plan. My new plan is to break off 2 or 3 of these units, since we're going to get an army of 3 rumblers. So let's break off these 3 units to go take this city back. And then let's send this army down. I think we can take these guys if we do this right. And then we should be able to hopefully get to this city without too much trouble. and refill that army. Can I retrofit these? I can. Alright. Oh, this is really annoying. Alright, we're just gonna auto this battle. That's now done. We can get to the city in just a couple of turns. Okay. That can go away. That I don't care about. Quest failed, yeah. Not real concerned about all of that stuff. What I am concerned about is getting this city back next turn. So we're going to go ahead and get these guys in there as quickly as possible. Another thing that would really help is if we could get a settler up. That wouldn't be a bad thing. I'm going to go ahead and queue another one of these and another rumbler. And we're going to slowly start moving people back over to production. Once I get my other cities back, we'll be in a much better spot with our population where we can kind of move them around a little bit more. And we'll see if we can't recover. It's going better than I expected it to, honestly. The problem is, we're gonna siege, and then we're going to attack. Alright, so that's back to R. We had a lot of stuff we were in the process of building. Class steel extractor is pretty important right now. Dye extractor's not bad, and the 2 Jodas buildings are pretty important. But not that important. We might move something in front of them, most specifically more military units, but I'm going to let this stand for now. That's not really putting a lot of time on the things that are critical. Down here, we can get to this square. We are now 1 turn away from refilling that army. This city, let's expand these a little bit so I can see what I need. This city has a lot of science. This is actually a really important building for this city, specifically to help get our science back on track. And then we'll consider building some of these other things in a couple of turns. The other thing I'm really considering, like I was saying before, is a settler to take this territory. One of these can build a settler here pretty soon. This city has the most population, but it's also got the most production. And honestly, we can move all of these guys back over here and just get another army out. That'll give us 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that gives us another army. Now let's take a peek at our quest, because yeah, we've got to build burrows to get that leveled up. This city was working on that. If I build a city there and there and there, I would level up that. I'm gonna go ahead and build that first. I don't know if we'll get to it right away, but we do need to start getting some districts leveled up. It's kind of where we were at before this war broke out. Alright, now it really just boils down to how much time are we going to get to recover. Because if they send more armies in, we're in big trouble. They are moving armies this direction. Quest is complete. Alright. These guys we cannot retrofit. I wonder if those units are the design with the titanium. These are Rumbler. They're just called Rumblers, so I don't really know what they are. What in the world? How did he get out of the army? I don't know how I just did that, or why this one unit was able to jump out like that. That's really odd. Well, we'll move them back together next turn. And we'll get this army together and we'll send 2 stacks. Once we get them upgraded, Ardent Mages are taking all of the legendary deeds at this point. Something really weird is going on here. Alright, that's 1 down. And we can get to our city from there. These guys can as well. Two turns away from having this upgraded. We need to edit this again and give them back that. And we need to get that one retrofitted. That one retrofitted. And we'll need a little bit more before we can do any more retrofitting on that side. Contract proposed. 16 Moonleaf for gold. They want to give us gold. Gold would be helpful. City upkeep would reduce our cost and give us more dust to buy units out. We don't need the Moonleaf. And the bonus is not very beneficial to us compared to what the gold would probably give us. Let's counter proposal and see. They want 16. And they actually feel like this is not a great trade for them, but they're offering it to us anyways for some reason. So if I give them all of my Moonleaf, can I get anything else off of them? Glory of the Empire would be nice. Alchemical armor wouldn't be bad, but we're not really bringing in enough resources to do that. What if we do something more like this? Oh yeah, they really like that. The nice thing about these is it does reduce the cost by 10% for each one that you have, so we would actually get a 10% cost reduction, which would make equipping our guys a little bit cheaper. So this would be a 20% reduction to the cost. What if we give you the wine? We have wine coming in. This costs way too much in terms of... Alright, we'll just take this offer for now. This will give us the opportunity to at least equip our heroes with better gear. And also trinkets to help our dust situation if we ever get enough heroes to deal with that. I'm really digging the fact that we have an ally that really seems interested in our best interests, other than not going to war with us, or help us out with this war. They haven't been willing to do that yet, but all in all, I can't complain too much about what they have been doing for us. So the lack of science, the trading for technologies is definitely helping keep us in the game. So very appreciative of that as well. Here comes another army of 6, and they are sieging our city. Let's take a look at what units they have. 168. 122, 54. Okay, our Rumbler will be done next turn. I cannot retrofit any of these other units. And I won't be able to next turn either because it costs more than 7. But let's just double check. What is the retrofit cost of a single unit? Well, it's not even showing me the cost, so I don't... That sucks. Okay, well, I don't need to fight this army right now. I can wait at least one turn to get this other Rumbler completed, and I can probably get this army, yes, within striking distance. We do have an army down here, but I believe that is one of these. I'm not certain that this is one of their armies. It could be. And it looks like we may have another one up here that we're going to have to deal with soon. So we might be able to hold off. If we can hold off this next attack, we definitely have a chance to come back and do something in this game, but it may be moot at the end. We may be too far behind. I really can't afford to spend any money on titanium right now, so Glory of the Empire is going to have to be good enough. Alright, and I need this guy moving as quickly as possible to get in range of this fight if it happens. I like where this is going, though. I think we're learning something at the very least. Okay, so there was another army up here that they brought down. And they have sieged and already started the battle. Nothing I can do about that one, so we'll just let it play out. We have another army coming here. We have the option of bringing this army out and attacking these guys. If we do that, we should be able to get both of our armies in the fight. So I think that makes sense. And they've attacked the city now for some reason. I think it's because we've come out, so we no longer get our fortification bonus. That does appear to be the case. Can I switch these reinforcements order? I'm not clear on how to do that. I guess there's no way that I can do that. But we'll just have to go with it. It's going to be very important for us to not choke up our reinforcement flags and to try to take advantage of the city as much as possible. Now this unit, let's see. We want our units with the high attack to be in the back as far as possible. It does appear to be giving us our fortification bonus, because I'm seeing a shield over our health total. So that's interesting. This does free up our two flags. Now I'm trying to figure out how are they going to come in and attack us. I don't think they can attack from this backside because those are cliffs. But unfortunately they can get in here, and there's not much I can do about that. Maybe I move that unit there. Oh, this is a cliff. Okay, so paying attention to this, I can see that this is a cliff. I don't think they can get attacked from that square. So putting those units there actually is probably the best choice. And then this looks like a cliff as well. Alright, let's try this for now. And let's see how this works. Alright, they have some ranged units. We definitely want to target their ranged units with our best ranged units. These guys, I don't want moving. I want them to stand their ground. And then everybody else just kind of attack the closest enemy. Alright. We'll see what happens here. Our hero came in, that's good. Just get all the way to the backside, huh? my, that is scary. Ugh. Yeah, I totally forgot about that. Their attack is an AoE attack, and we grouped up for them. It's been a long time since I've fought against these units. That was a nice hit. Those guys are really tough. But also not... they don't have a lot of defense, so they take pretty big hits. We healed somehow. A bunch of our guys healed up. I don't know what that was about. Maybe that's the fortification? I think that's what that is. So I really need you to attack. Yeah, I only have one unit. Alright, so who's got the lowest amount of health? I need you to attack that unit with the lowest amount of health. And then I need all of you guys attacking her. And if she dies, then everything else is fair game. Definitely want both of the militia attacking the cavalry. That's probably good enough. Right, they did a little bit of damage in my turn. That is not what I wanted you to do. I might have accidentally clicked that differently somehow. Alright. One of the more dangerous units are dead. And we did lose one of our rumblers, but this was a victory, all in all. Alright, so we lost 2 units to their 6. We are in a good spot. I'm really digging the fact that we got those tier 3 weapons. If we could just get a little bit more production, we could very possibly take these guys out completely. This army is going to go back over here and try and take this city back, which I think we're going to be able to do. I don't have enough to make either one of these units yet, and our dust is back to negative, so I'm going to have to move a couple of workers back over here. Not much I can do over here either. We're just going to kind of have to play defense for a few turns, but I think this is a pretty good place to wrap up this video. So obviously we're going to continue this a little bit longer. It's been interesting, if nothing else. I think this is definitely a lost game in the end. I just think we got too far behind a little too early and made some big mistakes. But I really am enjoying the way that the AI is playing. It's playing way better than I've ever seen it play. I've heard lots of comments in the Discord chat to the same effect. This is an incredible experience. This Endless Legend community patch is just awesome, and I'm super impressed with it. My only disappointment is that I haven't tried it sooner. but I'm glad that I'm getting in at the state that it's in, because it sounds like a lot of the really important AI tweaks have happened very recently and are largely due to great people like SB and the rest of the community that plays these games and exposes these bugs and gets these great pieces of information to the developers of this patch. So I just want to say thank you to all you guys. You are awesome, and you are making one of the best games ever even better with every iteration of this patch. So I'm going to wrap it up with this today. This has been the Nose Plays. I hope you guys are having a great holiday, a great Christmas, great New Year's. I will be taking some more time off during the holidays, so I may not be posting videos every single week, but I'll try to keep up as much as I can and get you guys some content. And we will pick up once school starts back up and I get more in a regular rhythm with my kids and everything. So I appreciate y'all. Have a great holiday, and we'll see you then.